Greetings, this is Doc Griffin, your swing surgeon, director of club fitting operations, and it's time again for the doctor's house call. Today we're going to deal with a pretty hot subject lately in the field of golf, and that has to do with the single length iron. Some time ago, Serge and I both weighed in on this subject, and we were not real favorable about the single length irons that were available. So I want you to understand it was never a negative about the concept. The concept is quite viable, but we had a few issues with the company that was making the single length iron that was available at that time, and the issues were, number one, the biggest one was the gapping differential between long irons and short irons. There wasn't the proper spacing. Number two, you couldn't just buy a partial set. You were forced into buying a complete set. And some of us, myself included, who have a lower club head speed, really could not get adequate performance out of lower lofted irons like a 3, 4, and 5. So we didn't really need to be purchasing a whole set. I had a real issue with the way they went about deciding what you got as far as length. There were no shaft options, lie angles, so forth and so on. So I didn't feel that you were really getting a good product, and I did personally have a chance to try them. I thought they were a low quality product from the standpoint of how they were made. I just had issues with offering different lengths, because actually club heads are made to a single weight, which are designed to go on a specific length shaft. So there were issues with that. But the DeChambeau mystique, if you will, has created a new fervor. So we revisited the single length iron, and there is a new single length iron out there, if you will, but it's not from a new company. It's from Tom Wishon Golf. I personally think Tom Wishon is a genius in the world of golf. He holds over 450 first of designs and patents in golf club design. He's been at it for a number of years, and he knows his stuff. Now, what I have here in my iron is his offering. It's called the Sterling Iron. And he has solved the problems involved around producing irons at a single length. The way that he accomplished this was that he made a very high core, COR, 5, 6, and 7 iron. So making those irons shorter, by increasing the core, he increased the ball speed and was able to get the correct distance. Then in the 8, 9 pitch, gap, and sand, he softened it, the metal, so that the ball speed came down. And so you got proportionate gapping between the irons. He also designs his irons to be built at 36.5 inches, which is the length of an 8 iron. Why? Because all of his clubs weigh what an 8 iron head weighs. Now, we do have some leeway if we wanted to go up to 37, possibly down to 36, but then you have to adjust the weight accordingly, but it is doable. All the clubs weigh the same. All the lengths are the same. All your lie angles will be the same. And that's one thing about his clubs. You can take them 4 degrees up to 4 degrees down. So we can fit the golfer. We can adjust the MOI in these clubs to fit the golfer. So there's everything about this set, the Sterling Iron set, is customizable and fittable to the golfer that we're working with. You're also not locked into having to play a 5 iron or whatever. You can put hybrids in there. In my case, I knew I wasn't going to be able to play the 5 iron, so I built my set 6 through the gap wedge. When I went out and played it, I found out that I actually hit the 7 iron further than I do the 6 iron. So So what's that telling me? My club head speed's not high enough to adequately play the 6, so it's getting replaced with a hybrid as well. So we're here to say the 1-iron or single length iron concept is a good concept in that it allows you to have the ball in the same position for every single shot, and you having one swing basically, same setup, everything's the same, so you're not having to adjust ball position or distance or what have you in your shot. So the concept is good, and now we have an iron that produces the effects and the results that we look for. So if you have any questions, I'll be happy to address it. You can call me at 803-798-1030 or send an email to lgriffin@swingsurgeon.com, and I will be happy to answer as quickly as I can. We appreciate you still. Thank you for your participation and support. And remember, as always, better golf is just a fit away.